3.
You know, guys, basketball video games are supposed to be fun. And if you're not having a blast, then what's the point of even playing them? NBA Live 2004 is no exception, with all the CPU bullshit and canned animations. But by far, the worst aspect is the amount of fast break points that can be given up on any given game. Unfortunately, Roger Ward learned this the hard way in a game featuring Memphis and Chicago with fantasy drafted rosters. Our staff of unpaid interns counted up to 25 fast break points scored off Roger Ward misses and turnovers.
25 fucking points from just a big pass. Cool.
When you dig yourself a hole this deep, you're gonna need more than a ladder to get out. Notice how once the rebound is secured, it takes 2 passes to move the ball 69 feet in less than 1 Earth second. Seriously guys, how are you supposed to defend this? There's no defense in the game that can stop a fast break quite like this.
What the fuck? Like, are you sending your guys
Now
down?
guys, I will apologize now for showing this. I don't condone bullying of any kind and only put this footage out as a cautionary tale for others to learn. This video is most likely going to be demonetized and possibly even shadow banned because this content is just too real for casual viewers. Following his rage quit, Roger Ward was released from the NBA Live 2004 rosters and is currently sitting in the free agent pool. Please donate 69 cents towards my Venmo and I will consider re-signing him to the league.
It's so fucking gay.
2.
NBA Live 2005 is considered the greatest release in the NBA Live series. The Pro Hop and Spin Move were both nerfed, leading to a less arcadey and more simulation type of game. Despite all these improvements, 7-footers still own the league with their absurd quickness and huge height discrepancy. This is how backup centers like Wang Zhizhi, who are rated 47th overall, can come in and dominate. It's one thing to get beat by a better team with better players, but to lose to a Miami Heat team with Wang Zhizhi at the power forward position is truly unprecedented at this point. Guys, the only time I've ever seen a greater Wang Zhizhi performance was back in 2007 on the old YouTube that used to be free for all people. A Chinese player by the name of Ji-Wing Pao scored 47 points with Wang in an 8-minute quarter game. That footage has been lost to this day.
Controversial. Congratulations, you're the fucking champion. You're the best in the world. Fucking shit.
It's Wang.
That was so fucking annoying.
1.
Game 1 of the NBA Live 2001 Finals came to a sudden stoppage when Antoine Jameson picked up his 6th foul late in the 3rd quarter. However, he did not leave the ball game as our 21-year-old PlayStation 2 that is covered with dust froze the game. Roger Ward then went into survivor mode as he tried a number of different strategies to unfreeze the ball game. Taking timeouts, making substitutions, unplugging controllers, all were tried in an effort to unfreeze the game. With a forfeit coming, most likely in the next couple of minutes, Roger Ward knew what stakes were on the line. Being up 3 on the road in Game 1 of the 2001 NBA Finals with Antoine Jameson on the bench could not have been a better Game 1 script for Roger Ward and his Boston Celtics. Finally, out of options, Roger Ward decided to risk it all, changing the foul count from 6 to 7. His reasoning?
I'd rather fucking let him keep playing than lose the game.
Oh, so now Antoine Jameson's 6th foul has been grandfathered into Roger's new 7-foul system, despite him changing it back to 6. Game mechanically, Antoine Jameson will be allowed to play in the game, but will Roger Ward let him?
I'd rather fucking let him keep playing than lose the game. I'd rather fucking let him keep playing than lose the game.
Despite him saying that, Roger will soon change his mind
He cannot keep playing. This is fucking bull.
and start a controversy that has rocked the NBA Live 2001 community up until this day. On one hand, Roger is correct with his Antoine Jameson arguments. However, he did change the rules to keep playing.
You can take him out?
Yeah! He has 6 fucking fouls. I'd rather fucking let him keep playing than lose the game.
Can't take him out now, he's on the line.
This is where we ask you, the audience, to comment below and let us know who may be in the right or the wrong in this scenario. Regardless, Antoine Jameson continued to play and he continued to score. This is when the momentum truly changed, as Rogers' 3-point lead, as stated before, quickly evaporated into a tie game, and the biggest bullshit of the night happened at the end of the third quarter, with this Chris Mullin crossover and three-pointer. Now, going into the fourth quarter all tied up, Antoine Jameson did eventually pick up his 7th foul on this Antoine Walker and one. However, looking at the scoreboard, that 3-point lead Roger had is now a 6-point deficit after this free throw. We're going to jump ahead now to late in the fourth when Antoine Walker finally fouls out, with Roger Ward down 3. With stars fouled out on both sides, let's watch this controversial finish.
Controversial release. Controversial release.
Such a fucking like. Yeah, I made shots. You fucking hacked the fucking game. Yeah.
Blaylock drives into the paint. Passes off to Portland.
Yeah, dude, you totally deserve this game.
Controversial release. Controversial release. Very controversial release. Controversial release. Nate Stasho Nate Stasho on Twitter, and our friend Roger. Controversial in our community, and he's actually a big fan of 2001. He and a friend, our friend Roger, both played on PS2, and of course share their highlights on I believe YouTube and certainly Instagram as well. Yes, I mean our friend Roger. Controversial in our community because it's just getting worse and worse. It's just absolutely terrible. But like 2001, very controversial release in our community, which of course has always been very PC focused.
Because it comes from China. Racist.
It's not racist at all, no, not at all. It comes from China. That's why. It comes from China. I want to be accurate. As you know, China tried to say at one point, maybe they stopped now, that it was caused by
Roger Ward.
That can't happen. It's not going to happen. Not as long as I'm president. It comes from China.